divinely guided messages for healing of the mind, the body, and the soul. Welcome. Today's message is about awareness. Awareness, co-creation, and change. I know, don't run. I said change, don't run. Change is beautiful. Change can be fun. And change is something that we experience throughout our whole life. We experience change from when we were born, and everything changes until we die. So don't be afraid of change. Sometimes we are afraid of something that is very natural. It's natural to change. We all do it. Sometimes we become afraid of it because we get comfortable. So awareness, like being aware, it's typical, I think, for most of us to hop around on planet Earth doing the things that we're supposed to do and staying on course with that, being productive, moving forward, doing the things that we are here to do, following our plans, leading our lives the best of our abilities. And so sometimes we just forget that we have a mind, we have a body, we have a soul. The mind needs rest sometimes. And most people are unaware of how to quiet the mind. And if you're not aware of how to quiet the mind yet, that would be my first thing to say today, to be aware of how much you are thinking. Because thinking is not just like, okay, I'm just going to sit here and think for 10 minutes. And then when I'm done with the thinking, I'm going to go do something else. No, the thinking is something we allow it to be with us the whole day. Oh, everything we do, we think. Everything we do, we keep thinking all the time. And thinking is like an activity. So you're being like active the whole time. You're spending a lot of energy. Also, the mind is a very interesting space for most of us. We have a lot of stuff going on up in our heads. And so be aware that your mind might need to take a break sometimes and find out how you can do that. There are many ways to do that, to enter into stillness. And stillness is a beautiful place to be in. It's a beautiful space to be in. Though it can be very scary at first, because once you have the stillness, you're also going to notice your thinking. You're going to notice your emotions. You're going to notice how you feel, basically. And unfortunately, for many of us, we don't feel too good here on planet Earth. And that's the truth for most of us. Like, most people don't feel too great, and it's not that much fun, and it's not that exhilarating and exciting, and it's a duty, and it's repetition, and it's daunting stuff, and we forget about ourselves. So this is just a reminder in a busy day and a busy life to be aware that you have your mind. It needs break sometimes. You have your body. Take good care of it. This is where your soul is going to live. This is where your emotions are, how you feel about things, your intuition, even your communication with the creator. The communication with the creator is going on in your body, inside of yourself. So take good care of it. It's important space. It's an important vehicle that you're going to be hopping around here on planet Earth as long as you're here, for the whole duration on planet Earth. So take good care of it. And the soul, nourishing the soul, doing things, feeling things, allowing ourselves to start feeling again, allowing ourselves to be guided more about how we feel. Like if you go somewhere and then you feel like tense around it, or it feels like blockage, or when you leave there you're very drained, you're very tired, or like if you go somewhere and you feel this feeling inside, it's like a lightness inside, it's like something light, something bright, something like nudging you, pulling you into directions. That's your guidance system, and we all have it, but we let it be clouded up by all the shoulds. We should do this, and we should do that. This is what you should do. This is what society says that you should do, or your parents, or whoever. This is what they say you should do. And then there may be something inside of you that's saying, this is what I would do if I could choose myself. This is what I would really spend my time doing if I could choose myself. This is what I really would do if I could just choose myself. And so becoming more aware that we have different choices, and that there are different ways of guiding ourselves throughout our lives, and to do things in a way that is best for us. how you can nourish, how you can grow in your life, how you can become a happier person, a more content person, more aligned with who you are and what you came here to do. And so, co creation, we're all co creating with each other. And if you look at the news, we're not too great at co creating with one another. And also, all the stuff going on there in England with all these the gang rapes and all that stuff, with not very good at co creating with each other, including leadership and the whole shebang. And these things that are separating, we're just people here. This is just people hopping around doing this stuff to one another and not taking accountability, not taking responsibility. And it's just, why is it happening? Because we don't take responsibility within ourselves. Like when we're the group, oh, the group, that's the group. Yeah, yeah, the group is an entity. The group is not even people, it's just an entity. And so if we're going to listen to the group, yeah, listen to the group. The group always knows best. Well, it does not. Sometimes we have to bring it back. If we're going to create something more beautiful, or if we're going to create something that we can be a little bit happier in, or maybe feel safer in, we have to go back to the responsibility, taking accountability for ourselves and what we choose to do and not to do. And so taking accountability and going within is like, yeah, we're all co-creating with each other. And look at the news, what we are creating. We're not very good at co-creating, if I'll be honest. Like, it doesn't look too good out there. And also, we're co-creating not only with the other people on this planet, we're also co-creating with Mother Earth. And she is also a creature, and she's also growth, and she's also a process, and there's all kinds of things going on there. And we live there on planet Earth. And so we're not too good at co-creation with everything. So that's a huge area of opportunity. The corporate world taught me that this is a good area of opportunity, and I like that. It's a good area of opportunity, and a better even area of opportunity is to change the things that we can change. What do you have power to change? What can you change? And this is when you're going to discover that you can go within yourself and you can change everything about in your mind. You can make your mind a pleasant place to be, or you can just screw it all and take an Eckhart Tolle and just don't think at all, which is a very good place to be in. Or you can be more Tony Robbins, and you can choose and you can figure out how to best place these memories in your head, how to best use these tools that he has, so many tools on how to clean up your mind so that it becomes a great place for you. It becomes a place that is going to help you towards your purpose, to help you towards fulfilling your dreams, fulfilling your lives. It's a great place to be. So make it a great place to be. The body, like, there's so many tons of different activities that we can do to take care of that. And so the self-discovery, discovering ourselves and becoming accountable for our choices and the way we think and feel about things and how we react to things. Most of it is just habits anyway. And so if we want a new fresh earth, a new fresh start, then we have to start within ourselves and we have to freshen up a little bit. And that's okay. Everybody needs a little fresh up every so often. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing like, oh my gosh, now I'm not good enough. No, you're good enough. You're perfect just the way you are. But you can improve your life to a wow degree, and you can really like change it up in a way that is going to help you feel so much more satisfied in your life. And that's what we want. Like, every single person I've talked to along my travels on this planet Earth, which is quite a few years. And then I have talked to many people along the way, and everybody just wanted to be happy. That's it. They just wanted to be happy. And they did all of this crazy stuff, and they just wanted to be happy. And so with happiness is what drives us to feel happy, to be content, to be happy. And we look outside there, we go out there, look outside and try to find it, but it's already there. You already own it. It's yours. It's free. And you already have it inside of yourself. So this is a discovery that we can do. And also, if you don't know quite how to go about it, there are so many mentors on this subject. There are so many people who can teach you about the mind. There are so many people who can teach you about the body. There are so many people that can talk to you and teach you how to get in touch with your soul. There are so many people out there. So find a person, or even like if you want to build a business or you want your voice to reach further out into the world, then get a mentor for that. There are people out there who can do all these things way better than we can. And so take advantage of that. And they love to help. They want to bring other people up in the world too. So don't be afraid to take action and to connect with someone who could be a great mentor for you. It's a great investment in future. And it's a great way to be aware that you have people. It's a great way to co-create and co-connect with one another, to utilize each other's strength and to help people help each other be lifted up. So it's a great way to create a better world, even if it's just in your own world. You already changed the world. That's how we do it, like one person at a time. We're all of us like we need. So find a mentor, discover all this beautiful stuff that you have going on inside of yourself. And then everybody looking for happiness, and then so many times it's like oh well, once I'm done with school and I get a job, I'm going to be happy. Or once I get a house, I'm going to start making my payments and then I will be really happy. And once I get the new car, I'm going to be really happy. Or once I get married, I'm going to be so happy. And then many people plan this wedding for like ages, and they have maybe done that since they was a child, and they're like, oh my gosh, I am going to be a princess for a day, and I'm going to plan all beautiful wedding. And they think about it a lot, and they put a lot of effort into this one event in the future in their life, and thinking that, okay, once that is done, everything's going to be good, smooth, I'm going to be happy. And then there you are, like 20 years later, and there you are discovering that now it takes two people. Like the wedding is one thing that can be stressful enough. It breaks up probably a lot of people, but it can be stressful enough to go through that. But then you have two people who maybe didn't ever go in and discover themselves. And now these two people are going to live together. And so then you have to go within again, and you have to discover yourself and how you can work with one another. And it takes work. Anytime, if you want happiness or bliss, it takes time to build things. It takes time to accomplish things. It always takes time. Finding soul family, like how can you awareness. Once you raise your awareness, like being around the wrong people is not recommended. They will keep you in the low places. If you're in low places, they will keep you there. And even if you try to get out of there, because you become aware that, okay, I'm aware now that this relationship that I'm in, or this space that I usually go to, or these people that I hang out with, or this thing that I do, it's not really good for me. I am aware enough now to know that after I do that or see those people or go there, I feel bogged down, or I feel heavy. I feel maybe depressed, or maybe I don't feel so good. I feel out of sorts, or like maybe I'm just disappointing myself because I'm not working towards anything, drifting, or like becoming aware enough. Becoming aware what the daily things that you do, where you hang out, who you're with, all that stuff, the daily things that you do, like how do they really affect you? And this is where honesty comes in, because we're raised to be like, oh, I have a great job, they pay me, and I go there, I spend half of my life there, and I'm supposed to be happy. They give me good health care, so I'm supposed to be happy there. And if I'm not, I'm ungrateful. And so even if you suffer through it for like 20 years, and there you are, like really hating the job, but you would never say that. You wouldn't even admit it to yourself maybe, but other people would notice because you bite out or you chip out at them, or there are certain things that happen when people are not content as to where they're at. And it usually, it eats them up inside. So becoming aware of where you are spending your time, what you are doing with your time is going, and your brutal honesty. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, the truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off, or like it will make you angry or upset, or angry with the ones who speak the truth, and then have you see things in a different light. Hindsight, though, you're going to change the whole admitting these things to ourselves is the best way that you can create a beautiful future for yourself, because now you're starting to be honest, and now you're starting to attract the people who actually can be great for you. And you're going to be honest, and you may be like, okay, when I went there I didn't feel too good, so maybe I'll try there instead. I went there, I felt really good. Okay, so now you're starting to find your way, not based on what people told you to do or what they said you should do, but basically where your internal GPS is guiding you to, is taking you to. And that's a very valuable thing, like to be discovering your own internal self, because that's where you're going to find the happiness. They say you're going to find it if you get married, or they say you're going to find it if you get a car, or they say you're going to find it if you have this or that. And so this is your discovery. That's not necessarily true. It can happen like that too, but it always comes from within. And once you start to be honest about how you feel on the inside, when you do things, or if you like it or don't like it. Now you're starting to really put your life in the direction that you want it to go. Now you're going to build yourself up into a powerful leader. And you build yourself up as a powerful leader. You don't even have to go out and talk to a single other person. You can just be a powerful leader in your own self, in your own life, taking charge of your responsibilities, being accountable for what you speak out there and what you say and how you think, being accountable for what you bring to other people, being accountable for what kind of choices that you made, and you're being accountable for your part in the whatever is going on. Being accountable for these things, taking full responsibility in life is going to also set you apart. People like love that stuff. People love it. They hate it and love it at the same time. But if you want to be an agent of change and you bring this awareness into yourself, not only are you going to build your outer wealth and your outer happy things, happy, make me happy, but you're going to build it from inside. And once you build it from inside, you build your confidence. You know that you are good enough. You are aware that yeah, I have faults and that everybody has faults. It doesn't matter. So I fully accept myself with everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we all have it. There's no shame in it. It's nothing to hide it. And then bring it up to the surface. Once you start doing these things, you are going to find an inner strength. An inner beauty is even going to start radiating out of you. So it doesn't even like just becoming aware and going in and being aware that you are a co-creator with the world around you. So you want to bring your best self forward is going to bring out also the best qualities from within yourself. And you're going to be able to find and speak your truth. And the people who are there to hear it, they're going to be able to hear it. Once you put in the work and you find the right people, you want to make sure that you speak truthfully from who you truly are so that the right people can find you. The ones who don't want to hear it, they're not for you. They might have someone else, a different mentor or a different person to talk to. But awareness, being aware of what is going on inside of ourselves is the first step to creating the beautiful world full of happiness, grace, and joy, and all the adventure and all the fun things, whatever it is that you dream of. The first step is self-awareness and becoming aware that you do have the power to change things and you do have the power to shift it around. You do have the power to be happy right here, right now. It's always within us and it's always accessible and it's always free. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, loves, and respects the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.